Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Coming up today on FST News, find out what highly anticipated event is happening tonight. And find out why many students from multiple high schools did not walk out last Friday to climate change. All of this and more today on FST News. One Hill Mini Stories. Tell. Good morning. Today is Friday, October 4th. I'm Evan Calverley. Today is the day everyone has waited for. Foothill's homecoming bash is tonight. The bash starts at 9:30 right after the homecoming football game. Tickets will be $20 until the dance starts. At the door, tickets will be $35. Food and drinks will be provided, as well as a DJ and lots of dancing. Many fun games such as basketball, Jenga, Mario Kart, and Just Dance will be set up to play. Today, the polls to vote are open. If you would like to vote for who you want to be homecoming king and queen, to vote, go to fstnews.com, look under the links section, and find king and queen voting. The username will be your student number, and the password is your month, day, and year. Students across the nation chose last Friday to walk out of classes in protest to the way politicians are addressing climate change. FST reporter Aaron Ruiz waited outside to see if any Foothill students would participate. Here's his report on what happened instead.
Last month, students around the Hill claimed that they would walk out at 10 a.m. for the September climate change strike to notify the government to take climate change more serious. I've talked to Luke Clements and Mason Martinez about what they had to say about the cause.
I'm going to protest on Friday because when I was 4 years old, I stepped outside and it was really hot. Now I hate climate change.
Nobody showed up to the strike. Here, I've also asked the same students about why they did not show up to the strike.
I had to stay home from school that day.
Yeah, I really care about the cause and everything, but I had like a big test that day and I really couldn't miss it.
Even though nobody showed up to the climate change strike, it does not mean that they do not care about climate change. For FST News, I'm Aaron Ruiz.
Reporter Reed Peterson is here with the latest in theaters with her new segment, Drive-In Theater.
Hello Falcons, I'm Reed Peterson and welcome to the Drive-In. DC films have had a rough start, especially with Batman vs. Superman Martha Problem or Justice League's various tone shifts. But we now see them picking themselves up with new films like Aquaman, Shazam, and pretty soon, Joker. These solo films have been widely accepted to be good movies, Aquaman even getting over $1 billion in the box office. Shazam only made about $365 million, but that is a success considering it was released between two Marvel movies, Captain Marvel and Avengers Endgame, both grossing billions of dollars. Recently, DC has been staying mostly under the radar, trying to take things at a slow and careful pace so that they have time to make things right, unlike before when they rush an interconnected cinematic universe. DC Studios didn't even have a panel at the San Diego Comic-Con, unlike Marvel, who revealed their future plans at the convention. However, with the Joker movie getting an 8-minute standing ovation at the Venice Film Festival in Italy, we can expect another win for DC Films. This has been The Drive-In. Now back to you guys at the desk.
And anchor Gabriel will update you on the latest video games with his segment, Hands on Gaming.
Good morning, gamers, and welcome to FST News' brand new segment, Hands on Gaming. I'm Gabriel Barth, and I'll be your reporter for this segment. A while ago, Nintendo released the Nintendo Switch Lite to the public, and we here at FST News covered that. However, since its release, consumers have noticed a drifting problem with their system. Essentially what happens is, after enough use of the joysticks, at least one of them may move slightly towards a certain direction without even touching the joystick. This was a problem with the Joy-Con controllers as well, but it is even worse for the Nintendo Switch Lite, since you would either have to find a way to get it fixed, or you have to replace the whole system rather than the controller itself. The joystick drift problem on the Nintendo Switch Lite has been added to the already existing joystick drift lawsuit against Nintendo, but it isn't all bad news. The company is currently working on a new model for the Switch Lite that resolves this problem. It's unclear when we can expect to see this new model, but I personally recommend that you don't buy the Switch Lite just yet until the new model is made to the public. There are new video games coming out constantly, which is why I'm here to give you the newly released games and games that are coming soon. The follow-up to Ghost Recon Wildlands just came out today. Ghost Recon Breakpoint is now available on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. You'll play as a lone soldier infiltrating an island, but you can play online or play co-op as well. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is set to release October 25th, but if you can't wait to get your hands on a new Call of Duty game, Activision recently released the first game in the series to be on mobile. Call of Duty Mobile is available now for free on the App Store and Google Play Store. And while we're on the topic of mobile, Nintendo has released their first ever Mario Kart game available on a mobile device, Mario Kart Tour. You start the game with a random character and speed through many different locations, some new and some familiar. You can get this game for free on the App Store and Google Play Store. And finally, the third Luigi's Mansion game puts Luigi in a haunted hotel. Luigi's Mansion 3 comes out October 31st, just in time for the spookiest day of the year. Well, that's all the gaming news I have for you this week. This has been Gabriel Barth. Have a great weekend and game on.
After the break, Diego is here to cheer up your day with happy news. FST News One Hill Mini Stories will be right back.
This week on Happy News, I have a story about helping others, and we've all been there before with our backs against the wall. Sometimes all we need is a little help from someone else. Well, that's exactly what a homeless man did. A woman had a flat tire in the middle of a road in front of a coffee shop. The man who noticed the woman in distress was Charles Logan, a homeless man who often helps the staff in the coffee shop nearly every day. Well, he took the time out of his day to help the lady with the spare tire. This little action saved the woman countless hours. It doesn't take a lot of time or skill to be an everyday hero. All it takes is the will to help those who are in need. Well, that's all the happy news I have for you this week. Now on to Read with sports.
Lastly, during lunch today, 4 special guests will be performing. Don't skip lunch and be sure to watch a great performance. Well, that's all the news going on around the Hill today, Falcons. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at FST News. And from all of us here at FST News, have a fantastic Friday, Falcons.